Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Prep Zone. I'm Red Sharp. We're here in Pearl River. It's ladies high school volleyball. The Pine Lady Raiders are coming into Pearl River, facing the Pearl River Lady Rebels. Lady Rebels doing pretty good in Division II ball with a 14-3 record. Pine has a program that's building. This should be a good matchup. We'll see how it unfolds. Pre-game with Coach Labradette. Coach, talk to me about how your girls have progressed this season and what it's going to take today against Pine.
We've really done well this season. I had a lot of young girls last year. Now they're juniors and seniors, so they have more experience. We're definitely gelling together as a team. We had a little bump in the road this weekend, so if we can serve well and communicate, then I think we'll be okay today.
I know it's not easy to look too far down the road, but you have a pretty good record at 14-3. Let's talk about playoffs. How are you girls feeling confidence-wise going into a few games left in the season?
We're definitely taking it one game at a time, but I think that confidence is the key in volleyball in general, and we have a lot of it because we have a lot of wins this year, luckily. So if we continue to push and work hard, I think that we'll be okay this season.
And one last question: do you have a lot of veterans, or are they kind of spread out across the grade levels?
Definitely spread out. I have a few seniors that have stepped up this year. We have a really strong junior class, so that's exciting for years to come. So.
Pre-game with Coach Voth. Coach, talk to me about your program. I know how long have you been in existence, and tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, we've been in existence for 4 years. We're young. I'm the first-year head coach. For this, my first time. I was assistant coach last year, but this year I took over, and we've had some trials, but we're doing well.
Well, tell me about some of your girls, and I know you mentioned to me about you got one girl that's been all 4 years. You got some standouts and some girls we need to see and look for.
Well, Rachel, number 18, she's been here for 4 years. She's been with the program for 4 years, and she's really our best all-around player. The rest of our girls are pretty young. Most of our team is 10th grade, so we have some inexperienced girls playing. I started off the season with 22 girls, and I'm down to 11. So we've had some rough patches, but all in all, I think the girls have done a lot. They've learned a lot, and they've improved a lot over the years. So we're proud of them for that.
And this one is underway here in Pearl River. Brooke Heinz on the serve. Roya sets it up. Blackwell, and that ball is deep. 1-0, Lady Rebels. Hines again, nice serve. Blackwell sends it over to Alvarez. Nice dig. Still, great effort. Pearl River still on serve, 2-0. Mayfield sets it up. Blackwell. Adams gets it over. And there's a swing from Pearl River. Pine unable to defend, 3-0. Brooke Hines getting it done back there. That ball popped up for Voth. Alvarez gonna get it back, and that ball hit a little too hard, and that'll put the Lady Raiders from Pine on the board. The score of 3-1. Kelly Adams to serve it. A little bit of confusion. They get it over. Roya. Nice dig. And that's a Pearl River point. That's going to put Roya on the service line. Both double hit. And it's now 5-1. The Lady Rebels with Madison Roya again. Pine able to get it over the net. Nice setup, well defended. And that's a net ball. Royer with another good serve. Fletcher. Voth. Blackwell sends it over. That's a nice swing from St. Pierre, defended by the Raiders, and that ball creeps over the net, still alive, into the Pine lineup. 7-1 your score now, folks. And we've got our first time out of the set. Pearl River leading Pine 7-1. After the timeout, Madison Roya still on serve. Coach Voth want to talk to her Lady Raiders. St. Pierre. Alvarez. Roya. And Pine just unable to control that one. It's 8-1 now. The Lady Rebels in control of this first set. And that ball is wide left. So Pine is on the board again at 8-2. And that's going to send Carly Voth to the line. Alvarez, nice dig. Abby Mayfield sends it over. Looks like a double hit again from Pine. And that ball's going to go back to the Lady Rebels. Mayfield surveys the court. The whistle had not blown yet. The referee was still assessing the situation, so we're going to redo that. Here comes Mayfield with attempt number 2. It drops in. And Lacey Fletcher unable to control that one as Mayfield kind of placed it. 10-2 now. Yeah, Mayfield is actually dropping those balls in certain spots. That's a nice swing from Casey Harris. You can see Mayfield back here picking her spots. Ball set for Pine. No problem for Pearl River. There's a quick set. Caitlin Nave able to get it over the net. Ball pops up, gotta get it over now. St. Pierre does so. Nice work from Rachel Williams. And that's a point well deserved, well earned, I should say, for Pine. 11-3 as Haley Stevens sends that one over. Roya unable to handle that. So Pine stays on serve with Stevens. Roya straight up in the air. And that ball hit deep. Nice set from Roya. And there's another miscue from Bianchini. Bianchini still not able to find her range yet. Roya sets her up again. That time it drops in. Pine well defended. Nave sends it over. And Pine with another point. And now Pearl River wants a timeout, leading this first set 11-7. And we're back in play after the second timeout of this first set. The whistle had not blown over here. So again, Haley Stevens will redo the serve. And now we're in for real. And it's a net ball, unfortunately, for Pine. It's going to make it 12-7, the Lady Rebels. Coach Labradette regrouping with her team at that timeout. This is going to bring up Casey Harris. Nice serve. Well defended from Nave. Harris to Nave again. That ball's got to get over the net. Can they do it? Unfortunately, no. And Casey Harris remains at the service line. She's got a nice serve. Well set. Got to get it over. Madison Roya able to do so. And we got a rally here, St. Pierre. Williams gets it over for Pine, and there's a pop right off the block of Rachel Williams. And that's Brooke Hines. 14-7. A nice swing there. Alvarez. Roya back to Alvarez. Nice dig. And they get it over. Look at this. Wow. Roya. And there's another nice, well defended from Pine. Roya going to set St. Pierre up. She goes cross court. And she's able to deflect it off the outstretched fingers of Rachel Williams for the point. It's 15-7. Still set number one. We're in Pearl River. Fletcher sends it over. The double hit. (16-7) now. Casey Harris still on serve. And that goes off of Voth. Carly Voth unable to handle that drop. And that makes it 17-7. There's a set. And Pine, the Raiders get it over. Roya sets it up. Kind of an awkward approach from Brooke Hines on that one. And the Raiders get to serve it out. Well-placed ball inbounds from Rachel Williams. 17-9 your score. That ball dropped like it had weights on it. Wow, great serve from Rachel Williams. And let's see if the Raiders can rally back. St. Pierre, all she can do is get it back across the net. Well played, and she's going to step back to the service line. It's now 18-10, folks. Lady Rebels in control. St. Pierre. Alvarez to Roya. She's going to set it up for Hines. She's got a really big swing. That's into the roof. And once it goes in the rafters, it's anybody's ball game. It's kind of like Plinko. And the Lady Rebs come up with the point. St. Pierre again. The ball into the net. Well played from the Rebels. St. Pierre to Roya to Hines, who puts a little too much mustard on that one. That'll make it 19-11. And here's Caitlin Nave. Roya. Nice swing. Pine's able to get it back across the net. That's a nice play from the Lady Rebels. And then unfortunately for Pine, Kelly Adams unable to make it happen. 20-11 now as Alvarez sets up. You can see her black jersey. She's the libero. That ball hits the net, takes a fortunate bounce for the Rebels. Alvarez saves Mayfield. And then Pine just looked a little confused back there. 21-11 now. 4 points to go in this first set. Alvarez waits for the ball. Caitlin Nave. Puts Alvarez back on the line. 22-11. That's a nice set. No problem for Alvarez. There's Roya, and there's Hines. Brooke Hines into the net. 22-12. Good serve. Roya. Hines. Hines now on the right side. Mayfield sets it for Roya and gives it back to herself. There's a meeting at the net, and the Rebels come up with the point. It's 23-12 now. Voth sends it over. Voth again. No problem for Hines, who's in the back line now. That's a nice dink over the net for a point from Casey Harris. And it's set point here, 24-12 in the first one. Brooke Hines. Gotta get it over. And they do. Kaylee Blackwell. Mayfield. Too much on it. And the Raiders stay alive. Alvarez. Roya. And Mayfield able to put the first set away. 25-13 Pearl River over Pine.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
And here we go, folks, set number 2 from Pearl River. The Rebels took set number 1, Pine. And Kelly Adams start this one off. Alvarez and St. Pierre running into one another. No big deal. Brooke Hines sends it across. Hines again, still trying to find her range. You know she's got it. She's got a big swing. But it's 1-0 Pine, and that's just a mishit from Kelly. That's going to bring up Brooke Hines for the Rebels. Blackwell going to set it. And the Rebels come up with point number 2 here in set number 2. Alvarez. Mayfield with a bomb. And referee's going to say it went off of a Pine player. And that is a Rebel point. 1-3. Hines at the line. Blackwell. St. Pierre. Alvarez got to get it over. She does. Sends it to Voth. And that's a double hit. Or a carry, if you will. Blackwell. Williams sends it over. Harris. And that ball goes right into the net. Rachel Williams not enough height on that. And it's 5-1 just like that. Hines still on serve. He's got a pretty straight serve. And we've got a timeout here. The first timeout of the second set. Pearl River leading this one 6-1. And after that short timeout, Coach Voth wants to talk to her Lady Raiders. Back in play, Roya. Mayfield. That ball hits a rafter, comes down quickly. The Pine Lady Raiders able to make something happen, especially, I'm going to call Kelly Adams out on that one. It's 6-2 now. Carly Voth at the line. Nice serve. They thought about letting it go. Alvarez. Wow, paints the corner. 7-2 now. Lady Rebels. Nice serve. Blackwell. St. Pierre right over the net. Williams able to dig that up. Alvarez doing good defensive work there. St. Pierre makes a run. Nicely placed right in front of the Pine bench. And I could see, I was watching, it was in. Well played from St. Pierre. Your score now 8-2. Beautiful serve. No one from the Pine side really knew who to get to that. And that's just a great serve from Roya. And right after that great serve comes a net ball serve. And Coach Labradette knows that that's not what you need. Score now 9-3. Lady Rep still on top. That's a nice set and a nice ball from number 2, Casey Harris. And we're going to have a rotation from both sides, as Mayfield is going to get an opportunity now for the Lady Rebels to serve this up at 10-3. That's a bad touch from the Lady Raiders. Mayfield again on the service line. And that ball just wide. 11-4 now as we see Rachel Williams talking to Coach Voth pre-game. You know, this is their fourth season really of Pine volleyball, so they've got a lot to learn, but they've also got you know, a lot already in place to build on here. And Coach Voth thinks in the future they're going to be able to put together a pretty good squad. The Pearl River Lady Rebels, on the other hand, very, very good record in Division II. I believe it's at 14-3. So they're looking to go to the playoffs and continue their winning streak here, their winning ways, I should say. And that's going to make it 12-5 Lady Rebels. And that's Brooke Hines. Nice dig, gotta get it over, and they do. That's a quick set there that's a smart play from number 33, Madison Roya. Hines serves it up. That's a good ball. Both able to get it over. And that ball was on its way out. Kaylee Blackwell decided to try to do something with it. Result is a Lady Rebel point, and it's 14-5, folks. Hines again. There's a beautiful set for St. Pierre, and she just places it. She saw it, placed it. 15-5 now. Hines still on serve. St. Pierre sets it. Nice ball. That's Alicia Bianchini. Hits that inline for the point. You're gonna make it 16-5. Hines still your server, and she will continue to do so. 17-5 now. Kaylee Blackwell can't bring that one in. And we've got another timeout here. Set number 2, Pearl River Lady Rebels rolling right now, 18-5 over the Pine Lady Raiders. And we're back in play after a brief timeout, set number 2. Lady Raiders, a little bit of confusion about who's going to go where and how to get it over the net. Heinz has been back here for pretty much the entire set. Harris, excuse me. Scores 20-5 now. And that's Brooke Heights with a little too much on it. Nice set for St. Pierre. That ball way in the roof. And look at this, Pine's able to make something happen. St. Pierre gets a hold of it, well defended. Haley Stevens gets it over. St. Pierre, nice over the back play. See if they can get a set here. Gotta get it over. And they do. Heinz. Both gets it over. We've got a rally now. Wow. Really tough play from the Pine Lady Raiders. There is no quit in this team. St. Pierre back to serve. And that ball just cannot find its way over the net. And frustration now on the faces of the Lady Raiders. It's 22-6, set number 2. And that was Casey Harris serving out most of this set. So I apologize to Casey. She was back there doing good work. Difficult to see the numbers from the stands here. But this is St. Pierre, no doubt, 23-6. Nice ball. And that's net from Bianchini. (23-7). Fletcher on serve. St. Pierre. And that's just a great shot from Casey Harris from distance. And it's set point. 24-7. St. Pierre, Alvarez looks to serve it out. Brittany with a nice serve. Stevens. And that's going to be Pearl River Lady point. And just like that, they take set number 2 by a score of 25-7. Set number 3 underway. This is Brooke Heinz on serve. Pine's got to get it over. And they do. Mayfield sets for Roya, and then Mayfield gets it right back with a nice swing. And the Lady Rebels are on the board here. 1-0. Brooke Heinz. It's just been an uphill battle for the Lady Raiders here coming into Pearl River for this matchup tonight. That's a nice ball from, that's a double hit, looks like, from Blackwell. Looked clean to me, but what do I know? Not a lot. Here comes Brooke Heinz again. And just like that, folks, it's 4-0, set 3. Heinz again. Fletcher able to get it over to Mayfield. Roya, and that's a great ball. That's a great ball from number 2, Casey Harris. And the Lady Rebels are going to have to talk about this one. It's 5-0 Lady Rebels in set number 3. Back in from a timeout, Coach Voth just really wants to calm her team down. A lot of frustration out there right now, no doubt. It's 6-0. As Brooke Heinz is still on serve. Blackwell sends it over to Mayfield. Roya. Well played from the Lady Raiders. That's Voth, sends it across, and that ball drops into no one. And the Lady Raiders are on the board, 6-1. Kaylee Blackwell to serve it. St. Pierre. And ball sent back across the net to Roya. Look at that. Nice block. Then, wow, look at this. Mayfield, and then defended. But then we've got a bad hit after all that. Mayfield really took a nice swing at that one. But I'll tell you what, Kelly Adams dug it up. Both just a little wide. 8-1 now. And Madison Roya, who's had quite a match, back to serve. Been pretty solid there for the Lady Rebels. Alvarez, St. Pierre sends it over. Nave. Nobody there. Williams with a great effort. 9-1 Rebels. Madison Roya again. And she's got a jump serve into the net. I'm bad luck when I talk about serves. I'll tell you what. 9-2 Lady Raiders with a point. Here's Voth. And after a little bit of a net play, that point goes to the Lady Rebels, making it 10-2 as Mayfield. We've got a rotation here. Out comes Bianchini. In goes Natalie Bain. And Mayfield again to serve. Well played, nice set. Gotta get it over. Mayfield, Roya, Harris. Casey Harris taking care of business. 11-2 now. Both. Roya, Harris, cross court, a little too deep. Alvarez to Roya. St. Pierre, nice running spike. That brings the score now to 12-3. And this is Casey Harris. Net ball. And that's 2 in a row. 12-4. St. Pierre. Raiders get it over the net. Bianchini. Pardon me, that was Bain. Alvarez. St. Pierre. And Brooke Heights takes a big swing, and she knew when she hit it, it was a little off. That's going to make it 12-5. St. Pierre to Roya, and that's out of bounds. And the Raiders are making a bit of a play for it here. Roya to St. Pierre. That is a bad hit. 12-7 now, look at this. And that's a bad serve. Just when the Lady Raiders were getting on a roll. Gonna send St. Pierre to the line. 13-7. Nice ball from Adams. Roya. Nice pop. And that is going to be a Pearl River point, 14-7. St. Pierre still on serve. Adams. And Fletcher gets it over the net. There's Bain. And that's just too much for Caitlin Nave to handle. 15-7 now. The Lady Rebels are on a roll now. Nave, Roya. Off the fingertips of Kelly Adams. This is a Casey Harris spike. St. Pierre. And that's another double hit. 17-7 now. Adams gets it over to Alvarez. Roya. Nave. Nice defense from the Lady Raiders. Adams. Bain. And they're going to say Roya double clutched it. 17-8 now. That ball skips over the net. Bain, a little trickery. Roya sets up. Wow, nice pop. Just paints the corner again. And that's Brooke Hines. Bain checks out, Mayfield back in. 18-8. Lady Rebels, set number 3. Alvarez on serve. Both. Roya sets up Heinz. Heinz really doesn't care about the net. The net will allow her to score the point. 19-8 now. Alvarez both sets up for Adams, and that's Roya. Mayfield. Mayfield too strong. Fletcher checks in for the Lady Raiders. Pardon me, she was about to, then we're gonna wait on that. That's a nice serve, look at that. That's Haley Stevens. Right over the net. Lady Rebels not ready for that. Roya to Mayfield. Oh, that's just nasty right there. Cross court spike makes it 20-10. Brooke Heights. Nice dig. Nave, Caitlin Nave wants that one back. And now Fletcher's gonna check in for Stevens for the Lady Raiders. It's 21-10, folks. Set number 3. The Lady Rebels have been in control for most of the last 2 sets. The first one was fairly competitive. Pine just needs a couple more seasons under their belt, and I think they'll have a squad. Pearl River really good this season, so Mayfield. And she has not found her range here in the 3rd set. Hitting a few deep, 21-12 now. Mayfield to Roya, back to Mayfield. And again, a little too strong. She's got to settle down on that. 21-13, your score. And that's Kelly Adams back there on serve. Alvarez to Harris. Mayfield kind of soft hits that one. Williams got to get it over. She does. St. Pierre. And Roya with a nice little move there. Just saw an opening and took it. It's going to make it 22-13. Pardon me, 21-14. I was mistaken. It must have been a bad hit. 21-14, Lady Raiders. Okay. Kelly Adams still on serve. Alvarez to Roya. And that's just too much for the Lady Raiders as Casey Harris puts a nice spike over the net. And we're going to have Roya. (22-14) your score. Rachel Williams sends that ball to the door. 23-14, 2 points away from the match. Roya. Let's see if the Lady Raiders can hang on. That ball does get over the net. Alvarez. Too much for St. Pierre. 23-15 your score. And just like that, we've got a timeout here. 23-15. Lady Rebels over the Lady Raiders. And we're back in from the timeout. Carly Voth serves it up. Alvarez gets a hand on it but can't control it. 23-16. Lady Raiders trying to hang on in this match. Voth again. Alvarez to Roya. And that's too strong. Look at this, 23-17 now. Alvarez, Roya, Mayfield into the net. And the Lady Rebels are unable to close this out as Voth is the good luck spark that the Raiders need right now. Nice dig. And they've seemingly found another gear here. Have the Pine Lady Raiders. Blackwell. And they are making a game out of this third set. 23-19. That timeout must have really done something as Voth, oh wow, just like that. Net service, no good. 24-19, match point with Mayfield at the line. Lady Rebels can close it out right here. One last substitution as Alicia Bianchini steps in for Bain. Here we go, folks. Mayfield serving it up. And just like that, folks, the Pearl River Lady Rebels have defeated the Pine Lady Raiders here in Pearl River by a score of 25-19. I'd like to send our thanks out to the folks that bring you this game, starting with our superintendent of St. Anne Parish Public Schools, Mr. Trey Folse, our director of Channel 13, Dr. Melody Swang, my cameraman, editor, and coordinator at Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams. I'm Rhett Sharp. Hope you enjoyed tonight's match. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.